everyone, it's Monica, and welcome back to Tailor-Made Cards for You. Today I'm going to create a fall card using 5 of my favorite products. Now I'm going to be creating a background using some distress paint as well as some acrylic paint. I'm going to also be creating the background using some of the distress oxides, so that's my second product. I'm going to be using this Bow Bunny stamp, which is my third product. My fourth product is going to be some distress crayons. And then for my fifth item, I'm going to be using some embellishments. Now I know that there's more than 5 embellishments here, but I'm going to use embellishments as one category. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm starting out with a piece of heavy white cardstock, which measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. Whenever I'm creating a mixed media card, I don't necessarily cover the entire background with my paint. I like to have it look a little bit grungy and a little bit messy. And that's because I think it adds a little bit more texture and more interest to your background. So once I've got my acrylic paint added, I went ahead and took a wet baby cloth and smeared around the paint. And then I brought in my heating tool to dry the background. Now the second product that I'm using is Distress Oxides, and I'm going to be using 2 of those colors, Wilted Violet and Spice Marmalade. So I took those 2 colors and I swiped them onto my mat, and then I spritzed them with some water. And then I took my white cardstock and I dabbed it into the color, and then I dried it in between each layer. Now the first layer I didn't get a lot of color, so for my second layer I decided to just come in with the Wilted Violet to add a little bit more of that purple. And then once I was happy with the color that was on the paper, I took my drying tool and I dried that layer. Now if you've worked with Distress Oxides before, you can see that the reaction on acrylic paint is a little bit different, but it still really is a cool effect. Alright, so now that I was happy with my background, I decided to pull out the third product that I'm going to be using, and this is the Bow Bunny Stitches stamp. Now when I bought this stamp set, I bought it because I really like the way that it adds stitches to your outline, but it also comes with some really great stamps in the set as well. It has 3 little doilies that make great focal points. So that's what I decided to do for this card. I decided to use one of the doilies as my focal point, and then I was going to build my embellishments around it. So using my Misti and some black Archival ink, I added the doily to my background. I wanted this image to be nice and dark, so I did swipe it a couple of times with my black Archival ink and my Misti tool. Now the Bow Bunny stamp set is called Stitches, and that's because it has 5 designs to create a stitched outline. This is a really great stamp if you don't have any die cuts that create a stitch outline, or if you don't have a sewing machine. It creates a really cool faux stitch outline, and it makes for a great design. So once again, I used my Misti to create my faux stitching along all 4 of my sides. Now when I got to my shorter sides, I probably should have switched to the regular size Misti, but I just really didn't feel like doing that. So I went ahead and let my acrylic stamp hang off the edge, and I just stamped it that way. The Archival ink comes up really easily using a baby wipe, so I just simply removed some of that ink from the edge. So once I was finished with my stamping, I decided to move on to my third product in my 5 fall favorites. And this product is embellishments. Now within my embellishment category, I am counting my washi tape, but I'm also going to be using some other embellishments on this card. Now in my craft room, you can never have too much washi tape. I love washi tape. I think it makes for a great background. I have probably 30 to 40 rolls, and I love to choose my washi tape when I'm creating my cards. For this card, I decided to use 3 different designs, and I went with the black and white tones. Now another embellishment that I'm using for my third category are some pumpkins that I fussy cut out of some graphic 45 paper. The paper is from An Eerie Tale, and I only used 2 of the corner pumpkins. I adhered the pumpkins using some foam tape to give it some texture and some height. Alright, so after I finished adhering my pumpkins, I moved on to my 5th product in my 5 fall favorites. And this product is, of course, distress crayons. Now I have to admit, distress crayons are my favorite winter, spring, summer, and fall. I use them on almost every single one of my cards because I love the effects that I can get with them, especially being that I am more of a grungy type of a crafter. So I'm using my black soot to outline not only the edge of my card, but also the edge of the washi tape. I know a lot of people like to have clean cards, but I really love the way that the distressed crayons look on your cards. You can easily smear it, and it adds so much interest to the card. It is just one of my all-time favorites. So at this point, I've introduced to you all 5 of my fall favorites. So we're going to go ahead and speed up the video and add some music, and we're going to finish up this card. So once I finished adding my splatters, the only thing left to do was to add my sentiment. The sentiment that I chose was from my small talk set from Tim Holtz, and it says, "Start each day with a grateful heart." So I hope that you've enjoyed my process for putting together this fall card, and you're enjoying the video hop for our fall 5 favorites. To help you out with your fall crafting, I decided to do a giveaway. I'll be giving away a 6x6 pattern and solids paper stack from Time to Celebrate. This paper stack has some great fall colors, and I think it will help you get your fall card mojo going. Now, in order to be entered into my drawing, you do have to be subscribed to my channel, and you need to leave a comment on my video. I will leave a list of all the products that I've used to create this card, along with the links to the stores. If you've enjoyed the video, I would sure appreciate a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you want to be entered into my contest, you need to be a subscriber, and you also need to leave a comment. All right, everyone, I hope you're enjoying the hop, and I hope that you've enjoyed my creation for my 5 fall favorites. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again next time.